Hi, I'm Sam Lyons, and I welcome you back to the bestbeginnerguitarlessons.com. Today I want to go over what guitar accessories you may need as someone who's starting to learn how to play the guitar. First thing we'll talk about is picks. Now I do recommend using a pick in your learning. Some people do not recommend a pick, but from all my experience, years of teaching, I definitely recommend a pick when you first start out, and get a pick that's thin, not a big, heavy, thick pick. The thinner the pick, the easier it goes through the strings, makes it much easier to strum, and it's quieter. It doesn't have as much noise as it goes through the strings. I like the little Jim Dunlop picks, just like the one I've got here. They come in different thicknesses, like I said, but this, I like the little .38. They come in gauges, 3/8, .40, 42, so on. This is a .38, and I've used this pick for many years and found it to be really, really good for strumming and for picking. Next thing I like to talk about is tuning your guitar. Learning to tune, having your guitar in tune is something that is absolutely a must. Because when you practice, you want your guitar to be in tune. You want to be able to hear the correct notes, not strings that are out of tune, therefore you're hearing incorrect sounding notes. So a tuner is very, very important. Now I will show you in another video how to tune your guitar. There are several different ways, but the best way is if you go to your little guitar store and get an electronic tuner. The one that I've used for a number of years is the little GA30 by Card. It's really easy to use. You just punch the string that you're on it. You hit it, the needle will respond. Whether it's too high or too low, when you get the needle in the middle, that string's in tune. You punch it, you go on to the next string. Really, really easy. This is something that I recommend to any beginner, because with this, it's foolproof. You won't have any problem getting your guitar in tune. And again, there are other ways to tune. Tune by ear, tuning with a keyboard, tuning to a piano, tuning to someone else's guitar. And I'll cover that in another video. Another thing that I would recommend is having a set of extra strings at all times, because you never know when the guitar string is going to break. And having an extra set is a big deal when you're sitting there playing, practicing, and you have a string break, you have no more strings. So I recommend getting a set of backup strings on an electric guitar. If you're playing on an electric guitar, go to your local music store, tell them you're going to a light gauge set of electric strings. It starts with .009. That's 9 thousandths. That's the first string. So just tell them you need a .09 set of electric guitar strings. If you're playing acoustic, I would recommend a light gauge set of guitar strings. That would start with a .010 or 10,000. That's for an acoustic string. Now, as far as guitar strings, there are all types of manufactured strings out there, from Fender to Martin to D'Addario to Elixir, on and on. I recommend, as far as a guitar string for acoustic guitar, the Martin guitar string. Martin has been around for many, many years. They make great products, and their guitar strings are as good as anything that's on the market. For electric strings, I would recommend Fender. Fender, again, is a major guitar manufacturer. I'm sure if you know anything at all about guitars or music, you've heard of the Fender Guitar Company. They make some great products, and their strings for electric guitar are just fantastic. A strap. This is almost a necessity to have a strap. And as far as the straps go, you have a connection on each end. One will go on the bottom of your guitar, down at the bottom, and the other one will go at the top. And you should have a little string that comes with the strap that you put underneath. I'll just show you right here. Again, you have the end pin here, this strap would go on that end here, and then the other end should have a string on it. The string will go underneath your strings, right here, underneath the strings, and you tie it around the back on the acoustic guitar. On the electric guitar, you won't have that problem. The electrics generally have two pins already mounted on the guitar. So again, you put your strap here, and you put the other end, usually right here, on this point here. Now depending on your guitar, it may be in a different position, different place, maybe up here in the back. But wherever it is, you will probably have two buttons on your electric guitar. So it makes it easy to mount the strap with no problem. I think back a few years ago, I had a student taking lessons from me. She just bought a real nice guitar. One afternoon she called me. She said, "Sam," she said, "I have a big problem." Said she was really upset. Said, "I was playing and my guitar slid off my lap, hit the floor, and busted a big hole in her guitar." And it was a real nice guitar. So a strap can save you from that problem. So I highly recommend a strap. Another thing that I would recommend is a music stand. Just a simple little music stand like this. This is just a regular fold-up music stand. It will fold up. This little part will fold up here like this. And then of course the bottom, the legs will fold up, making it very easy to carry and move around. And it really eliminates a big problem that most people have. If you don't have a stand, you're sitting on the bed or the couch, trying to look and see what you're trying to practice, and you just started and trying to hold the guitar. A stand takes all of that and makes it easy. You don't have that problem. Sit the stand in front of you and you're good to go. Another little item that I would, this is one item you can maybe buy if you decide you need it. It's not a necessity. It's a capo. And the capo attaches to the neck, to the strings, and it attaches on the different frets. You can attach the capo here, here, or anywhere on the neck. And what it does, it allows you to raise the pitch of the guitar. Also change the key that you're playing in. So if you put your capo on the 3rd fret, you could still at that point play the C chord like you normally would on the 1st fret, except you're going to be 3 frets up as far as sound goes. And what it does allow you to do, if you sing along with your playing, it allows you to match your voice a lot easier than trying to find the key you're singing in. You just move the capo up the neck. So I would recommend that if you do a lot of singing, I would recommend that. It's not something you have to have as a beginner. It could come later. Another really important item is a gig bag. Now, if your guitar came with some sort of case or gig bag, that's great. No need to worry about it. But a gig bag, transporting your guitar around, it's a soft padded bag. You put your guitar in it, it's padded. Some are padded really, really well. Some are not padded at all. So I would suggest getting one that has some really good padding all the way around the guitar. So when you slide your guitar in the gig bag, you have plenty of protection on the outside. They do have hard cases made of wood. Those are very expensive. Really don't need that. They have cardboard cases also that you can buy, but they really don't provide the protection. The gig bag is a better bet because it has some good padding on the outside. So if you bump your guitar, it's not going to hurt it. And one more thing that I might mention here, and this is something that will help you with your timing when you practice your strums. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the metronome. The metronome, now the old-timey metronome went back and forth, tick-tock, tick-tock. Those are okay if that's all you have. But they have some great little electronic metronomes. They're small, they're electronic. They usually have the beat light, little red light. It shows the beat 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you've got it set at, 4, 4, 3, 4, whatever time you have it set at. Another great item. This would really help you when you first start learning how to play. So this is an item I probably would recommend you get. Now, all of these different items, none of them are very expensive. So they're kind of something that you would want to take a look at purchasing. The only thing you probably would use right off is the K-post, so that's probably something you'll want to look at a later date. Well, that's it for today. Let's move on to the next lesson. And again, if you have any kind of questions about anything that you're doing in the lessons, having any kind of special problems, remember I'm here. I'm here to help you. I'm here to teach you how to learn to play. You can email me just simply at the top of my website. Just click join my newsletter, fill your information in with your question, and I will be glad to answer your question, usually within 24 to 48 hours. Let's get to the next lesson.